Hello. Welcome to Handmade by Julia Quinn. I am here on the 11th of November 2025 in Australia to share with you my project for our global share fair, and today is my day. Now I realise that I might not have too much of an audience from around the world, but you'll be able to stop and pause the video when you get to see it on your time, whenever that is. This is my fun fold featuring the gorgeous ornamental dies and the Ornamental Christmas stamp set. 8 great stamps, 4 lovely greetings, but I especially love this magnificent big Merry Christmas. And then the dies have a star, a bauble, some Christmas trees and a large circle, along with a few accessories, which are really rather fun. Okay, so having mentioned that Merry Christmas, I'm going to grab that one out of the box, and also 'Tis the Season for inside my card. I'll just pop that out of the way. Now this is the card here. It's a bit of fun, a bit of a fun card. A great way to show off gorgeous designer series paper. And this modern Christmas designer series paper is the paper that coordinates with this lovely suite. Okay, I think one of my team members may have shown me this card. All right, so because of the great designs of this paper, it really lends itself to great ideas with your black and white and pop of colour. Okay, I have done all my die cutting and prepping ready. So please ask the demonstrator who invited you for the PDF with the measurements for the papers. But for those in metric land, I can tell you what they are. So my cardstock is 28 centimetres long. And I have scored it along the long side at 4.5 centimetres, 14 centimetres, and 24.5. I wonder if that's the way I did it, 24.5. Okay. In the PDF though, the measurements will be in metric and in imperial. Okay, so I'm going to start folding. Actually, I'm trying to remember how this card goes, really. So I'll start off this way and then fold this way and then this way. There we go. Okay, so smallest flap on the left. So that one is actually 3.5 centimetres from the end. And the next one, so valley, mountain for the folds. Now I will get my bone scorer to give those edges a nice crisp fold. Okay, so just run that along the edge there. This one, run that right along the edge there. And then this one right along this edge. I think that's right. Okay, like that. A bit of fun. Hey, a lovely bit of fun. Okay, that's my piece for inside, so I'll just set that aside because I'm going to stamp on that. For my bauble on the front, I've used the large circle from the dies, from the Ornamental Christmas dies, but it coordinates rather beautifully with the second largest Stylish Shapes circle die. Okay, so that's what I've used for my ornament, and I'll set that aside because I'm going to stamp on that. Now, I've got these for inside my card, this for decorating the front of my card, and then I've got all these little bits and pieces of gold foil that I've already done. But these are the bits that I'm interested in showing you now. And they are, my largest piece of designer series paper goes onto this panel here. Okay, this piece is 9 centimetres by 14, because my card is 14 centimetres high, 14.5 centimetres high. So there you go. There's that. There's a nice big panel to show off a big image in the paper. Okay, then the next one on this flap is the cute little Christmas trees. I'll pop them there. And then on the front of my card, you will notice that I'm using the gold foil options on each of these paper. I'm going to use a large starry one, the lovely starry one, and pop that like that, just leaving a little border all the way around. And then I actually have an extra piece of paper because I liked the look of I really wanted to use the fa la 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 la, but thought I'd stick with the foil options for the front of the card and pop you on the inside. Okay, now we're ready to do our stamping. So for my stamping, I have Merry Christmas on my bauble, and I'm using just Memento black. You could use any black you have to do this. Stamp that right in the center of my bauble. There we go. Isn't that the most beautiful Merry Christmas? It just looks so amazing. And then on the inside I'm going to stamp 'Tis the Season. Just right in the center of my panel there. There we go. 'Tis the season. Line that up. 'Tis the season. And the inside of the card is always another opportunity for you to showcase gorgeous papers. So I've got yet another one of the foil designs of the papers, and I also have a little bit of black just to highlight the lovely black tone. So I'm going to add some adhesive there and line up this little scrap of black I have so that there's a teeny tiny piece showing, and then use my adhesive again and pop that right across the bottom of my card for the inside of my card. Okay, and pop that on the inside of our card. There we are. Beautiful paper. And it, you know, if you really did want to show off your paper, you could probably put another panel there. But there, that's the basic card there. I'm sure there's a specific name for this card, this fun fold, but I don't actually know it, so I apologise. Maybe someone could comment if they know. Now I've lost a bit. I've lost the top of my bauble out of the gold foil, so I may have to cut out another one. Here we go. Just get my lovely top of my bauble there, and oh, I have to get some more gold foil. Hang on. Now, these pieces being so small is a great way to just use whatever scraps you've got. So this is, I've obviously done this piece before to do this top of the foil. So I'm just going to run that through my stamp and cut and emboss machine. And ta-da, there we have our topper for our ornament. Okay, pop you away. Stick my Merry Christmas on my large circle there, and then this little topper here is going to go right on the edge there. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of adhesive just along the edge, and while I'm sticking adhesive onto my foil, I'm just going to add a little bit on each of these cute starry bits. Okay, and while I'm waiting for that to dry, I've got, this is also part of this lovely suite. This is the black and gold and white baker's twine. I've doubled quite a long length and going to tie that into a bow, just like tying your shoelaces. There we go. It gives a nice full. I like this twine because it's quite got good structure to it. It's a little bit thicker than our other baker's twine. Okay, and that's going to be ready for when I stick that on here. So Merry Christmas. Put my little topper on there, and with my mini glue dots, my lovely baker's twine bow, pop that just underneath there. And you obviously have been picked up on the way, so I'll pop you straight onto the card there. One there. One there. Am I in camera? Yes, I am. There. One just here. And the last one on the inside of my card next to my "'Tis the Season," just there, tucked into my greeting there. That look lovely. Okay, almost done. This here is probably the most important part of this card to remember. You must only put adhesive just on this tiny little bit on that edge so that you can still open the card. So to enable me to know where I want to put it, I'm going to flip my bauble over that way and run my adhesive right along that edge, right there, and a little bit up the top as well. There we go. Flip that over and then pop that right on the edge there. Give that a bit of a burnish. And there we go. Got no adhesive showing on the other side. And our super fun Merry Christmas card with the gold and the black and the white of the modern Christmas combined with the Ornamental Christmas stamp set. This is a great stamp for making really simple, really beautiful, really easy Christmas cards. It has that spectacular Merry Christmas, doesn't need too much work to make it sing. And Christmas trees, stars is a lovely set. And this paper that coordinates with it is rather beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the Global Share and continue watching right up until the end, which is 12 days of crafting. Probably tomorrow, Australia time, is the last day. So I hope you really enjoy that. Bye-bye now.